9.5, 9.6, 9.6. Round of applause! But first, our penultimate poet of the night, with maddening applause for Jean!
Second round of applause for Jean!
Can you make this lower? Yes.
Oh,
There you go.
No, that's good, I guess.
so that's one way.
Happens
I
there.
guess.
I think you did that much better than I did.
There you go. Separate.
Mine is called The Narrative of Man. In the beginning there was love. Originally it came from above. Living beneath the moon and sun, creatures existed one by one. The fish began to swim the seas, as birds flew among the trees. Animals began to roam the earth. O God, what you have made has worth. A man and woman were soon created. A short time later they were mated. Adam and Eve were the names they were given, also a paradise in which to live in. The devil, by whom they were deceived, made them eat some fruit, that's what's believed. God exiled them from the paradise. His decision was made final and precise. Now living in a world filled with love and hate, they were very ashamed for their mistake. Having to live a life of good and bad, Adam and Eve were terribly sad. As the population of man continued to grow, languages were learned, some we still know. When the world had been finally started, Adam and Eve were death departed. Man continued on his own way, as they still are even to this day. Life became harder as it carried on. Obviously, the good life was gone. Years later, Jesus Christ was born in a manger. A man named King Herod tried bringing him danger. Mary, his mother, and Joseph, his father, saved Christ by escaping from all that bother. He was a good man, that I must say, because he died for us so we can live today. He cured many people with terrible sickness. He forgave many people of their wickedness. Cruel men had Jesus nailed to a cross. To the majority, this was a great loss. 3 days later, he rose from the dead. He saved the people just like he said. Prophets lived to spread Christ's good word. People thought it was great and some absurd. Some people who lived their lives well either followed Christ's word or feared hell. As humanity became older and wiser, men became wiser and men became bolder. Many developed their own intelligence. Some had nothing but negligence. A world was built up to some extent. For the good of the people it was meant. But tensions among men became gravely involved. To some degree they cannot be solved. Many wars have been and still are fought. Peace in the world will always be sought. Violence in the cities has been getting worse. Adam and Eve's mistake must have been a curse. The drug scene among teenagers is spreading around. Pollution is affecting us, it has been found. Walking the streets is not safe anymore. Why was life much simpler before? Prices are too high and wages are too low. If nothing is done, there will be woe. There is usually silence among the needy. The one who begs seemed to be greedy. There are prejudices among the races, lowering our dignity and good graces. How do we control this situation? If we don't, there will be a continuation. How do we get tangled into such a mess with the world so very full of distress? That's something that we'll never know, so pray that our problems do not grow. These problems are really too involved, but something will have to be resolved. If not soon, then as fast as we can, as long as we don't collapse before then. What the world needs is a lot more love. If we pray to God, it shall come from above. But love from a man is a whole different story. It comes from our hearts, not from our glory.
Judges, we are going to count to 3 in Aramaic, translated into English. 1, 2, 3. Hold them up. We have an 8.0, an 8.0, and an 8.6, which totals manual applause. Many people don't know it, but Mel Gibson actually first became Mad and Max when he realized that one day he would have to understand and learn Aramaic to make his movie. Toto would be
24.8.
24.8. Manual applause.